Hello and welcome everybody.
It's that time again. Welcome. And here is electric as usual, and we're ready to kick things off. Well, I know one thing. These fans are going to lose their minds if we don't get underway soon.
Hello and welcome everybody once again to RCW StrikeZone. We are coming to you live from Atlantic City, New Jersey for what is to be the final 2 episodes of RCW StrikeZone. Tomorrow night we have our pay-per-view RCW Anything Goes. But management has decided that tonight and Monday on the 15th are the final 2 episodes of RCW StrikeZone. Otherwise, after that, RCW is indeed over. Hello again, welcome everybody. My name is Tuasplat, and I'll be your host for these last few calls here in RCW. As we move on to our opening contest, Kalisto versus Kevin Owens. Of course, the championship is not on the line, the Twitch TV championship, since Kevin Owens beat Dolph Ziggler a couple of weeks ago on StrikeZone to win the Twitch TV championship. Also coming up later on tonight in our main event, we have the Fatal 4-Way Falls Count Anywhere match for #1 contendership for the tag team titles and Team Altitude at RCW Anything Goes tomorrow night. The representatives have been decided to be Chad Gable, Scott Dawson, Enzo Amore, and Kane in a Fatal 4-Way Falls Count Anywhere. We also have 6-woman tag team action. Nikki Bella, Bayley, and Naomi versus Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Alexa Bliss. And here comes the Twitch TV champion, Kevin Owens. Who claimed that he's going to destroy Dolph Ziggler at Anything Goes and in an Extreme Rules match. Much like he did to Dolph Ziggler in a Falls Count Anywhere, it's just going to be no different in Kevin Owens' mind. And of course, last week, to close out the show, we thought we were going to get a bit of a taste of the main event of Anything Goes tomorrow night. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, and then Rollins ended up attacking, ambushing Finn Balor backstage area. Here we go, Kalisto and Kevin Owens. Again, the championship not on the line. Side suplex there from Kevin Owens. An immediate kick counter, then a running drop kick by Kalisto. Kevin Owens throws Kalisto into the ropes for a second time, and the elbow connects. Kalisto sweeping the legs of Kevin Owens. Very 2 contrasting styles here between Kevin Owens and Kalisto, and Kevin Owens can go and fly on the top if he wants to, but prefers to stick to the ground and with a striking style. Back body drop there by Kevin Owens, now choking Kalisto. And to make sure it wasn't a choke, otherwise the ref would have to force a disqualification on Kevin Owens. But Kalisto struggling a bit here with a Not sure exactly what that was. Looked like I don't know, a package inverted pile driver suplex. I don't know what the hell that was, but innovative nonetheless. Springboard Hurricanrana from Kalisto to Kevin Owens. And hell, if Kalisto can knock off Kevin Owens here in our opening contest, Kalisto might be included into the Twitch TV Championship match tomorrow night at Anything Goes. As you can hear the crowd here in Atlantic City getting behind Kalisto in this one-on-one contest, running Enziguri to Kevin Owens. And now Kevin Owens back on the attack. Kalisto. And set him up in the electric chair into a spin-out powerbomb by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens springboard. Elbow right to the back of Kalisto. Samurai takedown by Owens. And Kalisto able to counter with an elbow. Roll through, kicked right to the side of the head from Kalisto. And Kevin Owens is in big trouble here. As Kalisto hits the Salito del Sol onto Kevin Owens, into the cover. And Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, just barely getting out of the Salito del Sol. Kalisto top rope splash, dropping the dime. Shades of Rey Mysterio. And Kevin Owens with a suplex. Kevin Owens getting Kalisto in the corner, setting him up for the cannonball right to the face of Kalisto. And now Kevin Owens shoots the half into the cover to pin Kalisto, and Kalisto kicks out at 2. With the running double knees right to the collarbone area, Kevin Owens, Kalisto into the cover. And Kevin Owens continues to fight in this matchup. And Kevin Owens, unbeknownst to myself, Kevin Owens busted open. Now he's looking for the pump-up powerbomb. Into the cover on Kalisto. And Kevin Owens pins Kalisto like a shark in the water. Or even just the sight of his own blood had to drive Kevin Owens mad. A win for Kevin Owens here in our opening contest. There you see the closing moment, the pump-up powerbomb has put many men away, including Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho, and John Cena. So again, tomorrow night, Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler fought in an Extreme Rules match for the RCW Twitch TV Championship. And coming up next, some aftermath in their tag team match last week against Sheamus and Luke Harper. Dean Ambrose was left high and dry by AJ Styles. AJ Got right into the face of right into the face of Dean Ambrose, rather. Got right in the face of Ambrose. And AJ Styles finished off the match without Dean's help. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dean was involved in the match, but not as much as I believe he would like to. Which is now leading to this match, AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. And of course, these two had their history over the WWE Championship in the brand extension draft at Backlash. And hopefully, Dean Ambrose might be exacting some revenge against AJ Styles here. As again, he was left rather high and dry in their tag team match last week. Not being able to get in the matchup and contribute. AJ Styles said, no, this is my time. And I'm going to finish this tag match. And here we go, a rivalry renewed between Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. And Ambrose out of the gate, snap suplex to AJ Styles. And AJ with an uppercut, fireman's carry by Ambrose. Of course, these two know each other so well. The brand extension. Both men drafted to SmackDown Live by Commissioner Shane McMahon and General Manager Daniel Bryan. Now AJ just taking it to Dean right now. And Dean back on the attack. A spinebuster from Ambrose. You don't see that very often out of the Lunatics playbook. And Ambrose ascending to the top turnbuckle. With a diving double axe handle to AJ Styles. And then of course tomorrow night in the main event, Seth Rollins defending his RCW championship against Finn Balor in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Springboard moonsault from AJ Styles to Dean Ambrose. And a 450 splash coming up empty. It's like back at tables, ladders, and chairs. Like I said, there wasn't a table on the outside for AJ to crash into. And now Dean into the cover. Also tomorrow night, for anything goes. Whoever wins the fatal four-way false count anywhere matchup for their team will face the champions Team Altitude inside Hell in a Cell. As well as Asuka defending her championship against Sasha Banks in a no-holds-barred contest. And hell, we might even see these two go at it one more time. Now Dean able to kick the leg out under from AJ Styles, and now Dean hung up on the top in the middle rope. And now AJ with the neck breaker. And now AJ on the apron looking for the phenomenal forearm, coming up empty. Now AJ might have been looking for the Styles Clash, but Dean able to counter it. Right, looking for dirty deeds there from Ambrose. AJ went for a pump handle gutbuster. AJ again, springboard, phenomenal forearm connects. Into the cover on Dean Ambrose. And Ambrose barely kicking out the last second. Like 1/100th of a second. Dean Ambrose survives the phenomenal forearm. Dean might have been looking for dirty deeds there. And AJ this time with a snap suplex. AJ again, the Ishinoku driver. AJ getting the better of Dean Ambrose. You know, AJ starts to work the leg of Ambrose. AJ again on the apron, looking for the phenomenal forearm. Dean swipes him out of the way. Now Dean showing signs of life again in this matchup. Now Ambrose starting to feel it. The right hands into the clothesline, and then the bulldog from Ambrose. Back body drop by Styles. And Ambrose able to catch the leg, snap, dragon screw takedown by Ambrose. And a suplex of his own, Dean Ambrose to AJ Styles. And Ambrose getting the Atlantic City crowd behind him in this matchup, trying to defeat a long-term opponent in AJ Styles. Now AJ in the cover on Ambrose. Ambrose kicks out before the count of 2. AJ looking to work on the collarbone of Ambrose. Is Ambrose able to fight out of it? And now AJ's got the single leg Boston Crab onto Ambrose. And Dean's close enough to the ropes that he can reach for a break. Instead, he's able to fight out of it, shoving off Ambrose. Or excuse me, Styles. The knee right to the face. And now dirty deeds by Dean Ambrose. Into the cover on Styles. And Dean Ambrose picks up a win over AJ Styles. And you want it for the host. Again, this was the fallout from their tag match last week where AJ kind of went in on it all alone. But this time, Dean able to exact revenge on AJ Styles. And 1, 2, 3, the Dirty Deeds puts away AJ Styles. Well, again, like I mentioned earlier, 6-woman tag team action. Nikki Bella and Bayley teaming with Naomi versus Nia, Alicia, and Bliss. If I had to pick between these two teams, I would say Nikki, Bayley, and Naomi, since they've got two former champions on their team. Here comes Nikki Bella, the inaugural and first ever 2-time RCW Women's Champion. Of course, winning the title in a over-the-top rope battle royal at the Autumn Rumble back in October. And then here comes the former champion that said beat Nikki Bella back at Winter's Wrath in December. Bayley. And she's got the wacky arm flailing inflatable Bayley buddies here in Atlantic City. They team with the 2-time SmackDown Live Women's Champion Naomi. Naomi, one of the more athletic competitors in the WWE. As well as here in RCW, came very close to winning the championship back at Final Bell in March in a fatal 4-way ladder match, the first of its kind for the women's division in any promotion. There comes Nia Jax, part of the fatal 4-way elimination match back at WrestleMania 33. Against 2 of the women that are already in the ring right now. Excuse me, 1 of the women, Bayley. And here comes the 5-foot Spitfire of RCW and the first woman ever to win both the SmackDown and the Women's Championship in WWE, Alexa Bliss. Bliss also a 2-time Women's Champion over on SmackDown Live. And again, the first woman to ever win both championships. Now at the same time, mind you. As they team with Alicia Fox, who's a former WWE Divas champion in her own right, and was almost RCW Women's Champion. Was starting to become a bit of a upset was the final two in the Battle Royal at the Autumn Rumble, where Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox. It looked like Fox was about to win the championship. She could have been the inaugural champion, but Nikki Bella able to get the job done and become the inaugural champion. And starting off this match, Nikki Bella and Nia Jax. That's the strength here. And Nikki out of the gate with a neck breaker to Nia Jax. Then a running drop kick right to the side of the head of Nia Jax. Now Nikki Bella laying it down onto Nia Jax, and of course these two have had they've only had one encounter in singles action here in RCW. A couple of months ago. Atlantic City is lighting up for Bayley. Nikki Bella, was looking for the forearm right to Nia Jax. Nia able to counter with a sidewalk slam, leveling the two-time champion. And off the tag comes Little Miss Bliss, RCW's 5-foot Spitfire. Alexa Bliss's Nikki Bella's lighting her up with a series of chops. Nikki Bella not letting up, and of course Nikki and Bliss have had their share of matches in the first episode nonetheless. Alabama slam by Nikki Bella, and then comes the tag of Bayley. Of course Bliss and Nikki Bella have had their share on the first episode of StrikeZone to qualify for the Battle Royal at the Autumn Rumble in October. And more recently, Bayley and Alexa Bliss over the Women's Championship at Payback, the Raw exclusive brand, or show rather, in 2017 in WWE. And Alexa Bliss coming up, Bliss coming up empty off the springboard, or the senton. And Bayley taking down Bliss, and in comes Naomi. Naomi running Hurricane Rana. Of course, Bliss and Naomi have had their history over the SmackDown Women's Championship. Naomi won it from Bliss. And then Naomi had to vacate the championship due to an injury, and then she reclaimed her championship at WrestleMania 33. Now Bliss looking to make a tag to Alicia Fox. A running drop kick there by Naomi. She immediately runs up to the top rope, elbow right to the back in the floating rib of Alicia Fox. And snap suplex from Naomi to Alicia Fox in the double knees. right to the face of Alicia Fox. And of course, Fox, one of the two longest standing veterans in this matchup, with Nikki Bella and the other one being Natalia. And in comes Nia off the tag. And Naomi trying to take down Nia Jax. In the corner now, setting her up with the Tree of Woe position. And Nia Jax able to shake off Naomi. Naomi though still countering, able to fight. Now Naomi, the split leg moonsault to Nia Jax. Now Naomi set Nia up for the rear view. And Naomi into the cover, but the ref's too busy with Alicia. And Nia is still able to fight out of this matchup. Looks like it might have been broken up, but not quite. And then comes the off the tag is Bayley. And of course, Nia and Bayley have had their history down in NXT over the women's championship that was held by Bayley. Can't remember exactly which one specifically, but Bayley and Nia did battle for the women's championship at NXT TakeOver. And Nia might have been looking for the sidewalk slam there again, but Bayley able to counter with head scissors. My God, the crowd here in Atlantic City behind Bayley, but Bliss coming in and interrupting the suplex right into the corner. What is Bliss doing here? Now Bayley with head scissors out of the corner. As Nia been looking for a splash right to Bayley. Now into the cover right in front of her teammates. And Bliss able to save up the match. And now Bliss is looking to assault Bayley. As the ref's trying to restore some order in here. And here comes Naomi off the tag. As the ref's too busy with Alicia Fox, double flapjack to Nia Jax. Now Naomi into the cover, and Bayley taking out Alicia. And Nikki with Bliss. And Nia Jax still able to fight in this match. And now Nia with the spine buster to Naomi. Into the cover as Bliss takes out Nikki Bella. And Nia Jax was just barely getting into the cover to Naomi. And now the spine buster, or the choke slam rather, from Nia to Naomi. And then the knee strike from Nia into the leg drop. He's put many women away on Monday Night Raw. And Naomi able to survive the leg drop. Naomi able to shove off Nia Jax into the cover. And Alicia Fox this time breaks up the cover. And a knee right into the back of Nia Jax. Nia sends Naomi up and over the top rope, makes a tag to Fox. And look, they're trying to go for some double team maneuvers to Naomi. Seems like Naomi's been the underdog here in RCW. Now Alicia Fox. The Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Or not a brain buster. Frankensteiner, that's what I'm looking for, is the Frankensteiner. And Alicia Fox with the foot DDT, try to incapacitate Naomi. Wearing down the legs. And Fox with a leg drop of her own. Now Alicia Fox just staring down Naomi. Just begging for her to move. And Naomi with the high knee. She's got to make a tag. And in comes Nikki Bella. Whereas Nikki and Alicia have had their history. Parts of members of Team Bella when the Divas Revolution was starting to take off. And Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha all came to the main roster of WWE. And we had the trio of factions between Team Bella, Team Bad, and PCB. Into the cover goes Nikki onto Fox, and Fox squeaks out before count of 2. And Naomi inadvertently takes out Nikki Bella, and then comes off the tag as Nia Jax. And now Bliss wants to tag in to the two-time women's champion, the longest reigning WWE Divas champion, Nikki Bella. Then a monkey flip out of the corner goes Nikki Bella to Bliss. Nikki coming up empty with the kick to the back. And this time it's Bliss with the Frankensteiner. In comes Fox off the tag. Fox might be looking for a spinning clothesliner. The ref making sure Nia Jax stays on the apron. Now Alicia Fox is adding insult to injury. Now Nikki with a face buster. Into the forearm smash, coming up empty. Now Fox might be looking for the scissors kick. So she's going for the DDT. Now Fox into the cover on Bella. And Bliss or Nia might have inadvertently broken up the pin. Nikki backbreaker to Fox. She makes a tag to Bailey. Bailey into the cover on Fox now. Fox kicks out before the count of 2. Working Rana by Fox to Bailey. Makes a tag to Nia Jax. And Bailey sliding out the back door in an inverted DDT to Nia Jax. Might be their opportunity to take out Nia Jax from this equation. And Bailey again taking it to Nia Jax. He's going for the Bailey Plex. And a leg drop from Bailey into the cover. And Nia just barely kicking out as Nikki sent Bliss up and over the top rope. Now Bailey might be looking to put this match away here. With a huge Bailey to belly to Nia Jax into the cover. And Bliss barely makes the save onto the cover. That could have been it right there. And Nia Jax with a headbutt right on the button. And Bliss comes in off the tag. Now Bliss into the submission, and Bailey's close to the corner. Now all 6 women are laid out or right in the middle of the ring, wrapped into the cover, and Fox able to break it up. Falcon Arrow driver there by Bailey to Bliss. Now Bailey going to the top rope. Now Nia, whoa, Bailey barely got off in time. Nia was looking to knock down Bliss off knock off Bailey off the top turnbuckle, and in comes Nikki Bella off the tag. And Nikki Bella again with the monkey flip. And a running drop kick to Alexa Bliss. And Bliss able to counter it with an enziguri right to the side of the head. And then comes Fox off the tag. Now Fox into the cover, but using the ropes to her advantage. And Bailey realizes it and breaks up the pin. And Fox into the cover once again onto Nikki Bella. Nikki kicks out of the pin. Back and forth these two teams go. STO by Nikki Bella. And Nikki with introducing Alicia right to her knee. Nikki Bella with a knee right to the floating rib area. Alicia Fox into the cover. And Fox still able to continue in this matchup. You can see the exhaustion on the face of Nikki Bella. Starting to fatigue all 6 of these women. Now Nikki, I'm looking to put this match away here. With the Bella Buster, homage to her sister Brie. Into the cover, the Bella Buster. Into the cover, and Nikki, Bayley, and Naomi win. Hell of a match between all 6 of these competitors here. In RCW, there's the Bella Buster. Used by Nikki's sister, Brie. Well, Nikki uses the rack attack. But either way, win's a win. And coming up next into preparation for his rematch with Kevin Owens, Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler renew an old rivalry. Of course, these two men had their first encounter back at the Autumn Rumble kickoff to qualify for the Fatal 4-Way Twitch TV Championship match. So that match would be ended up winning by Samoa Joe at the Rumble. But Randy Orton would win this first match between these two. Randy Orton, a hell of a veteran in this industry. And here comes the former Twitch TV champion. He gets set for his rematch with Kevin Owens at Extreme Rules tomorrow night at Anything Goes. Here we go, Randy Orton, Dolph Ziggler. Again, their first encounter at the Autumn Rumble kickoff to fill the last spot for the Fatal 4-Way match for the Twitch TV title to become the inaugural champion. And in that matchup, it was a hell of a matchup, a match of the year candidate. Dolph Ziggler survived not one, not two, but 3 RKOs in that matchup. It would be Randy Orton that sealed the deal with that third RKO to go and proceed to the fatal four-way. Back body drop there by Orton. And a kick right to the side of the head of Ziggler. Now Randy going to work on Dolph Ziggler here. Which if I were Ziggler, I would try to get the least amount of damage done to me before tomorrow night. Anything goes. And Randy Orton with a suplex. And Randy with a DDT right to the head of Dolph Ziggler. And double axe handle the head of Ziggler. Ziggler sweeps the leg. And Ziggler's got to create some offense here against Randy Orton. Ziggler in the first cover of the matchup. And Orton kicks out at 2. Orton sends Ziggler into the corner. Swing over. DDT by Ziggler to Randy Orton. Ziggler, middle rope, diving double axe handle. Now Randy laying down the right hands. Irish whip into the corner goes Ziggler. Ziggler able to counter it. And Randy able to counter it into a face buster there from Ziggler. Now Ziggler going for the 10 count. The 10 count of the elbow drops. Ziggler able to cut down Randy at the knee. With a drop kick, face buster there from Dolph Ziggler. He's getting the crowd hyped up for them to support him here and now, and then for tomorrow night against Kevin Owens for the Twitch title. And Ziggler, I'm looking for the zigzag there, and Randy RKO to Ziggler. I believe there was a rope break. The ref called for the rope break, and now Randy starting to feel it here. The lariats and then the power slam there by Orton. Now Ziggler with a jumping DDT. See how many RKOs it will take to put Ziggler away. There was already one, but it was a rope break. And double axe handle again to Ziggler. And Randy again able to fight out of the head scissors there from Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler with a neck breaker to Orton. And Ziggler again with another elbow drop. Randy able to sweep the leg of Ziggler. And Ziggler does the same. And then the famouser to Orton. You'd have to think if Ziggler beats Orton here tonight, what would this do for his momentum toward tomorrow night against Kevin Owens in Extreme Rules matchup? Now Ziggler looking for the super kick. Shades of Shawn Michaels into the cover. And Orton survives the super kick. And the crowd not happy with Randy Orton, and neither is Ziggler. That Orton kicked out of the super kick. Orton into the cover now on Ziggler. Randy focusing on the head of Dolph Ziggler. Now Randy looking for that spike DDT, busting open Dolph Ziggler. This is exactly like at the Autumn Rumble. Ziggler busted open. Into the cover goes Randy off the DDT. And Randy pins Dolph Ziggler. Again, just like at the Autumn Rumble, Ziggler falls to Orton. You can see right here in the replay if that was a rope break, and I believe it was. Ziggler's left hand was under the bottom rope. Here's the famouser. And then the DDT. Was able to pin Dolph Ziggler. Another ref checking on Ziggler before his match tomorrow night against Kevin Owens. Coming up next before her rematch once again with Asuka, Sasha Banks goes one-on-one with Paige. And of course tomorrow night, Sasha Banks faces Asuka one more time for the RCW Women's Championship in a no-holds-barred contest. And here comes the youngest ever WWE Divas Champion, Paige, at 21 years old. And here comes the boss, Sasha Banks. Again, as she gets ready for her rematch tomorrow night, anything goes against Asuka, the champion. Where Sasha Banks already was the RCW Women's Champion until she lost it to Asuka in a submission match at our last pay-per-view at RCW Overtime. Here we go, Banks and Paige. Sounds like a lawyer firm, and Sasha Banks with the Luthez press to Paige right out of the gate, showing the ruthless aggression attitude of Sasha Banks. And Sasha just taking it to Paige. Paige able to fight off, though, the neck breaker. Of course, last week, Asuka went one-on-one with Natalya to prepare for anything goes against Sasha Banks. This time, Sasha with Paige. This is not looking so good for Sasha. And Sasha sap suplex to Paige. And a running drop kick right to the back of the head of Paige by Sasha. Sasha Banks is all over Paige right here. And a running bulldog. And Sasha is raining down elbows to the head of Paige. And a swinging neck breaker by Sasha. And Sasha with the Rainmaker, it looked like there for a second. And Sasha again taking it to Paige. Face buster by Sasha. Now Sasha might have been looking for the bankrupt there. But Paige able to fight out of it. And now Paige going for the page turner to Sasha Banks and immediately into the cover. Same as she won the Women's Championship, and Sasha kicks out of the page turner. Now Paige setting Sasha up for the Rampage DDT. Wise move there by Paige to pull Sasha out of the way, into the cover, and Paige Sasha Banks rather survives the page turner. Now Sasha looking for the bankrupt to Paige and into the cover. And Paige kicks out of the bankrupt. Now Sasha starting to feel it. Starting to feel the momentum turn in her favor. But not before Paige puts a stop to it into the cover immediately. Sasha again able to take down Paige. Now Sasha might be looking to put this match away here with the bank statement. So Paige able to counter out of the bank statement into a sidewalk slam. Somewhere takedown there by Sasha and a knee right to the back of Paige. And Sasha again going for the bankrupt to to Paige. Sasha not being able to get the job done, hitting the bankrupt onto Paige, but she's got to hit the bank statement to get the win here. And Paige again fighting out of the bank statement. Now Paige going for the page turner for a second time now. Into the cover goes Paige. And Paige pins Sasha off the second page turner. Momentum is not in Sasha's favor. Heading to her rematch tomorrow night for the Women's Championship against Asuka in a no holds barred contest. As tomorrow night is RCW Anything Goes. Our last pay-per-view before we close out. Before we close out the show. Close out the series rather. Again, this is one of two last episodes of RCW. We'll have one more show Monday, the 15th. And RCW is closing its doors. Paige wanted to make one more statement before we close out. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our main event, a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere matchup. This is for #1 contendership for the tag team titles against our champions Ryder and Neville, Team Altitude, tomorrow night inside Hell in a Cell at Anything Goes. A representative was chosen by each of the teams, and this is your fatal four-way. Whichever representative of each team gets the win will face Team Altitude for the tag team titles tomorrow night inside Hell in a Cell. And here you see representing American Alpha is Chad Gable. Again, these are the top 4 tag teams in RCW, and surprisingly enough that we'll see in moments Kane representing his team, him and Samoa Joe, one of the more newer tag teams here in RCW, are immediately in the #1 contendership position. And Scott Dawson representing the Revival in this fatal four-way. And Enzo Amore representing him and Enzo and Cass. And of course, Enzo and Cass know what it means to be tag team champions. They're the only other tag team in RCW to ever win the tag titles.
Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide star, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guy in a room. How you doing?
Again, Enzo and Cass were former RCW Tag Team champions, the only other team to win the tag titles. They won the tag team titles back at Winter's Wrath in December in their third and final opportunity for the tag team championships, and they made good of it until they lost the tag team titles. The second episode of 2017 of StrikeZone. And again, Kane and Samoa Joe are one of the newer tag teams here in RCW, and they're immediately in contention for the tag team titles. It looks like Kane elected to represent him and Samoa Joe in this fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match for the number one contendership for the tag team titles. And again, here we go. Falls Count Anywhere. And this is what tends to happen here in fatal four-way matches. One match inside the ring and one on the outside. That's why General Managers Edge and Christian have made this a Falls Count Anywhere, since this seems to be the pattern here in RCW that things always end in a count out. Granted, it doesn't matter in a fatal four-way stipulation, but just for the added bonus, as Scott Dawson's got Kane in a double leg Boston Crab, and Kane able to fight out of it. That could have been it right there for the match right there. As Enzo and Chad Gable are switching in and out of the ring, as now all four men are in the ring right now. And a face buster there from Enzo to Chad Gable. Now Kane fighting off Scott Dawson. And Scott Dawson might have been sent 5 feet in the air by Kane. Extended 5 feet out top from the almost 7-foot Big Red Monster Kane. Again, one of these men will pick up the victory representing their team to face Ryder and Neville for the tag team titles tomorrow night inside Hell in a Cell at RCW Anything Goes. As now Chad Gable and Enzo Amore spill out once again to the outside. And Scott Dawson and Kane are in the inside. And Scott Dawson delivering a huge German suplex to Kane. Almost into the corner of the ring. As Chad Gable's wearing down Enzo on the outside. And Dawson might have been looking for a DDT there to Kane. He might have been looking for a follow-away slam, but Dawson able to counter. So there's a lot of pride and championship opportunity on the line here in our main event. Dawson delivering a leg drop to Kane. Right across the throat. As Enzo's going to work on Chad Gable on the outside. Now Scott Dawson with a chop block to the big red monster Kane, raining down the right hands. And now Dawson in the cover on Kane. As Chad Gable just realizing what was happening and immediately goes back on the outside to work on Enzo. And now Chad Gable with the Danielson special. There's 2 submissions. And luckily they both let go. Looked like Scott Dawson had a knee bar there on Kane. And Chad Gable had the Danielson special on Enzo. Now a German suplex on the outside into the cover. And Chad Gable picks up the win by pinning Enzo Amore with a German suplex on the outside. So now it's American Alpha taking on Ryder and Neville, Team Altitude, for the tag team titles inside Hell in a Cell tomorrow night. Congratulations to American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable for moving on to the Hell in a Cell tomorrow night against the tag champs. I guess before we close out the show, we're going to hear from our former champion Finn Balor as he gets set for tomorrow night against Seth Rollins in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the RCW Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor might be coming out to address what happened last week. He got ambushed by Seth Rollins in the backstage area. Look, I know how much of a coward Seth Rollins is. And I know that you all know how big of a coward Seth Rollins is. He may have that championship around his shoulder, but it doesn't mean that he is a fighting champion. So Rollins, get your ass out here before I come back there and kick it like you did me last week. Are you kidding, Finn? Are you kidding? You seriously want another beating? Well, I guess if you really want one so bad, why don't we do it right here, right now? Are you sure about that, Seth? You sure you want to go about it one more time? Just so I can break that leg of yours. Once again. Like you did before. Remember? You snapped your leg overseas. Cost you months of your career. Yeah, well, I did the same to you with your arm back at SummerSlam. True enough, true enough. But Rollins, you may be the architect. You may be the Kingslayer. But you are not a Demon Slayer. Hell are you talking about? I already beat you at overtime to win the damn title. What makes you think I won't beat you again? Because last time you pinned my shoulders to the mat. This time you got to ascend a 10-foot ladder to grab the title. Not so much to pin me. You gotta beat me senseless enough to climb a ladder and win the title. You know what? Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Goodbye, Rollins. Goodbye. Goodbye, Finn. Goodbye, RCW Universe. And say goodbye to see your last and final RCW champion. Really? You think you're going to be the last champion? I beg to differ. I think I will be the final champion and first ever two-time champion. But I guess, you know, if you want to get going so badly, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Statement there by Finn Balor to Seth Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what closes out our show here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for RCW Anything Goes. And then for Monday, for the final episode of RCW Strike Zone. Have a good one.